See how it has 2 stitches? Okay. So that's why there's a little bit of a difference between the stitches that you have in the middle and the ones that you have on the very end, because the stitches that you have on the very end are where you're adding the next signature, as opposed to just stitching, through the signature. So your end stitches, even if you had, let's say you had 7 of these, the 5 in the middle would be, you would jump back 1 stitch. The 2 on the end, you would jump back 2 stitches. Regardless of how many rows of stitches you have, you're going to differentiate and find the full stitch as opposed to the partial stitch. Does anyone have questions so far? Are you intimidated by this? Does it look hard or does it look easy?
Medium.
Huh? Do you think it looks complicated?
It looks easy once you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of written out in the book, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yep. So I'm at the end. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This one only has 1 stitch. It only has 1 because it was where I added that signature. So I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to jump back 1, 2 to here. Jump back 2 signatures. And I mean, it'll still stitch on, but if you want your chain to be complete on all the vertical stitches, then this is what you do. You don't want partial chain. Okay. The other thing that you want to do is you always want to make sure that you are wrapping the stitch when you loop around a stitch, that you're going in the same direction. You don't want to go it's just probably because I'm right-handed. I always go this way. You don't want to go that way sometimes and then that way other times. That will create an uneven stitch. So you always want to be going, you choose a direction and stick with it. All right. And once you get into the rhythm of it, it is very satisfying, and you can watch Days of Our Lives and make Coptic books all day long. Or invite your friends over and have a party. So I'm in the middle. I'm jumping back just 1 signature because I don't need to jump back more than that. The signature prior to the one that I'm working on. You can see the chain start to emerge. Now, if I were doing this on a sewing frame, then it would be like this, and I would be working vertically like this. You can add, it's just easier, but I don't find that I have the patience for that. I have to be moving around, so it helps keep a sewing frame helps keep your paper straight. So it's convenient, but not required. There are lots of variations on Coptic stitching. You can find I just tore my signature. And I'm going to jump back. I'm on the end, so I've got 1 single stitch there. That is incorrect if I were to just jump back to the front, so I'm going to jump back 2. If you tear a signature horribly bad, and it's some really fancy, wonderful paper, and you can't just replace it, you can use a bookbinding tape I have done books where I reinforced the fold of my signature because I was using really delicate paper, and it was just going to rip no matter what because it was. So I put a bookbinding tape reinforcer on the fold of the spine, and that gave me something very sturdy to stitch into so that I didn't rip that really delicate. It was like a vellum kind of paper. Okay. Now, you will see in just a second, if you're not seeing it already, the stitch start to emerge. In your book, you have the instructions for this basic form. There are also instructions for doing a double Coptic, so you can use 2 different colors of bookbinding thread, and it looks like a braid. They're like braided together. It's very fancy. And once you get the hang of it, you can do things like do an X with some you can mix up that stitching and do like a kind of hybrid of long stitch and Coptic. It is great fun. I'm in the middle, so I'm just going back to the one before it, not 2. And if you haven't encountered wax thread and its power to just rip through just about anything, you're going to learn it. So be prepared with some extra signatures. I made these signatures, they're just single signatures. You can make your signatures however thick you want. I'm at the end, so this is a great, let me show you now. You can really see it now. Can you see how this is the braid that's starting to form the stitch? But do you see that single little leg right there? See it? If I don't jump back 2, if I just go back to the one in front of it, it's going to continue that little stick leg. It's like a little peg leg all the way through that end stitch. So I will always on the end jump back 2. And it'll make it look like a complete braid on all of my vertical stitches. See it? See the little stick right there because it's only got 1 stitch.
Come a bit closer. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to see it in the first couple signatures, but by the time you get into it, you can really see. So if I don't jump back to here, and if I don't jump back to there, then that little stitch, like my end stitches won't look right. It won't look like the middle stitches. The middle stitches will have the 2 braids, and that's it. So. And so now you can see how it's a complete braid? Because I jumped, and it looks just like the middle one. But the middle one is a different, the way it's set up, because it's not adding signatures on. Okay? So, I will continue to do this guy, but I want you to begin. You'll be spending your day doing your bookbinding.